Hey y'all, hey, it is me, it is your girl Nurse T, and I am coming to you with a What's in My Nursing Bag video. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can keep up with the family. If you are a returning friend, thank you, and stay tuned. If you stumbled across my video and you're like, who is this girl? Well, my name is Nurse T. I am a RN BSN nurse. I currently work the float pool. If you haven't already, please check out the float pool video. And I describe in great details of what it's like to work in the float pool. Now, I do have experience in oncology, med-surg hospice, cardiac, postpartum, ER, the list goes on, so stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so let's just jump straight into the video. So I do have my nursing bag, in which I purchased my nursing bag off of Amazon. It was like every bit of under probably $25. So I have my bag. One of the things I do want to share that's important, that's near and dear to me, that I keep with me at all times is my handy dandy clipboard. So I keep a clipboard. I keep this hard clipboard here as a good foundation, like when I'm getting report. If I don't have a wow of computer on wheels, computer on wheels. If I don't have a wow with me, and if I'm taking report, like just standing up at the patient's bedside, it's a hard foundation that I can use to jot my report down with. So I definitely keep a clipboard. With this clipboard, it has a storage area where I can store my report sheets. I store my report sheets here so that the patient's information can always remain confidential. Another thing that I like about this is that I have a place in here where I keep these numbers. These numbers are very useful, like if I'm trying to call report, if I'm trying to transfer a patient, if I need to call the IV team, if I need to call cath lab, radiology, call the echo department, call the radiology department, anything. I have all these numbers stored here, which is also inside this clipboard. I like this clipboard as well because it has a calculator. And I'm telling you, when it's come time to me calculating the hours to make sure that that check is hitting right, this calculator come in hand. So yeah, this clipboard is great. It's very sturdy. I bought it like at Walmart years ago or whatever. And I also had the same type of clipboard when I was in nursing. Y'all. So my next most important thing that I use is my handy dandy organizer. Now, it's a little beat up, y'all. Don't make fun of it, but it's a little beat up because I really put this sister to use. So this is my little organizer, my toolbox, as people would say. Most people see me and be like, dang, girl, what's all this stuff you got? But trust me, I use it. I use it all, with the exception of a few things I probably don't use as much. But I do have a bunch of colorful highlighters, pens, markers, a Sharpie, Expo. I do have my own post oximetry thing where you monitor the patient's pulse rate. I have my own temperature thermometer. I have scissors, because what's a nurse without your scissors? Okay, just kind of go into details on some things that I named in this toolbox. Okay, so correction, yes, it monitors the patient's pulse, but it also monitors the oxygen saturation. So this is a pulse oximetry. It monitors the patient's oxygen saturation, but it also can tell you the patient's heart rate. Now let's go in details. When you walk in your room and you're getting report at the bedside, because we should always be encouraging bedside report. So when you go into the patient's room, I always put my name on the board. Hey, I'm such and such. My phone number for today, because we carry phones. And I do all that, and I communicate with the patient using this Expo, and we write on the communication board. And at some facilities, they're very strict about making sure that you're communicating on that communication board. I also love colorful pens, and there's a story behind it and a great tip behind it as well. Okay. So when I use my pens, my colorful pens, most of the time when I go in and I write my report, I'll write my report in one color. Like the information that the nurse give me, I'll write the report information in one color. Okay, I get the report, the nurse is gone, and then I actually go up and look up the patient information myself, and I'll use a different color. So I'll use a different color to determine what was different from what I was told in report, what I found on my own. And you'll be so surprised at how much you're going to find on your own. So always make sure that you're looking up your patient and not necessarily just going based on what someone's told you about the patient. Because I have some stories on what I was told about a patient ambulatory oriented times 3, 4. I go in the room, the patient confused and have no legs. So, yeah. So anyways, make sure you are thoroughly assessing your patients and make sure that you're doing things to whatever's going to help information stand out to you. Now, although I don't have a red pen in here, but most of the time I like to make sure I have a red pen, because if I get a call for a critical result, or if I get any type of like a stat, I typically like to write in red with that one, because those things speak urgency to me, and I like to make sure I handle those tasks very much on time. The scissors come in hand when I'm doing dressing changes, wounds, or if I have a tough medication to open, I use this. In addition to, most of the time when I keep my nails very short. During COVID, I wasn't keeping them at all. I might go back to that because COVID is on the rise. So I keep my nails short because it's easier for me to kind of puncture the medication from out of the pack, because sometimes those packages be real stiff. Another thing I have is a pen light, and you want to make sure you have a pen light, especially with the little circles on it, because it gives you the sizes of the pupils, like the patient pupils. You can see the sizes of the pupils. And as you can see right now, my sclera is kind of red, and I meant to address that at the beginning. Whenever I get a fresh set of lashes, that glue irritates my eyes, so y'all gotta excuse the redness of my eyes. Trust me, I don't do drugs. But yeah, so make sure you have a pen, because you don't want to be charting Perla. Pupils are equal, round, reactive to light, and accommodated when you don't even have a pen light. Because when those people come and survey you and you don't have all this stuff you saying you using, you don't want to be dinged for that. Another thing I like to do is I highlight. I highlight things that stand out to me. Like if a patient is DNR, do not resuscitate. The length of stay that the patient's been there, because when you go to care coordination rounding, they're going to want to know, like, why is this patient here? Like, just simple things. Some things I just, like, literally highlight that I want to stand out to me or whatever. So when you see my report sheet, it's kind of like color-coded, coordinated, whatever. Yeah, I'm that extra person. I do extra. And then I also even keep Post-its. Now, I do like to keep Post-its because sometimes I make little notes, family members calling, or if I'm running around and then I get called and I'm off guard and I don't have my clipboard with me or whatever, I make little notes on this, and I don't want to like delete anything important and I forget to go back to it. So sometimes just having like a Post-it, it really helps me. The next thing I have in my nursing bag is my stethoscope. You definitely want to make sure you have a stethoscope, because you don't want to be charting that you auscultated lung sounds and you don't have a stethoscope. So please make sure you have your stethoscope with you at all times. Now, I also keep a rescue bag. I call it a rescue bag. My rescue bag, I'm going to run through the things in here really quickly, and don't judge me on some of this stuff. But either this rescue bag can benefit me, or it can benefit my fellow colleagues. No particular order, I'm just going to run through some things. Like, I keep these scrunchies, so whenever I'm tying my hair up, because when I go into COVID rooms or any isolation room, I don't want my hair down. I keep my fast charger, because I can't be caught without a charger. I can't be caught with a dead phone, because I have kids at home or at school or whatever, and I have to be able to be reached 24/7. I keep me some ear pods in my ear, because I always want to make sure that I'm not like putting my phone to my ear if I get an emergency call, or when I have some downtime, I kind of like, I keep some sanitizer. I keep, I'm a woman, so I do keep extra feminine things. I keep like a pad in case someone starts their cycle at work. I keep little sanitary napkins, well, liners or whatever. If you're not a fan of those and you like tampons, I keep those. If you feel like you just want to freshen up, you know, keep you a feminine washcloth. I keep like some spray, like if I go in the bathroom and I'm like, ooh, God, somebody just really tore it up. You know, so I keep me some little spray here, and you could. Fabric spray is good for your clothes, so you can smell fresh. They're like, ooh, you smell good, girl. What you smell like? Okay, or body spray. And I try not to use a body spray too much unless I'm getting ready to leave and we going straight to happy hour or something. And just, you know, just kind of like spritz a little bit. And these are lifesavers. I keep some Tylenol. I keep Advil. I keep Advil for people if that's your choice. And don't judge me, y'all. Do not judge me. But a BC Potter. And so you know what the BC Potter is for. If you had like long night, early morning, and you want to be correct, you get you a little BC Potter. And for those of my ladies who like to wear strips, and you want my colleagues who still wear strips, and you don't want to be caught off guard if you're starting to have one that's lifting up and leaning to the left, if hair glue is your glue of choice, regular eyelash glue doesn't work for my eyes, so I've always had to gravitate towards hair glue or whatever. But unfortunately, I have like extensions on, so I won't be needing this, but I still keep it in case I might have a colleague who probably need it or whatever. So definitely don't want to be caught off guard with that. So that's my rescue bag in a nutshell. Now I also keep my happy planner, because I'm always jotting down, and since I'm back into this YouTube gang stuff, I like to jot down content that I want to talk about. I also keep my little face shield because sometimes it be your own colleagues you got to protect yourself from too, because they be getting the coughing. It's been colleagues that's been doing all of that. And I know we kind of relaxed some standards a little bit, but sometimes you might have COVID patients on your unit, and you taking care of them, and then you might have to swab them the last minute before you transfer them to rehab or whatever, and come to find out they test positive for COVID, and you've been taking care of them the whole time thinking that they were negative, but because you swabbed them for an operation or before they could be transferred, they had to be swabbed, and you swabbed them, and all of a sudden you've been having this close contact with someone who pretty much been having COVID this entire time. Another thing I always keep is a water bottle. Now, my water bottles vary. Sometimes I have a gallon water bottle. Sometimes I have a 2 liter, whatever liter, or that one right there. I also keep a bag with my gym clothes, because sometimes I like to go straight from work to the gym, and I'll sometimes go into the bathroom at work and get dressed before I leave, or I'll just leave my bag in the car. Now, y'all pardon me if this video kind of got a little ghetto real quick, but yeah, I'm just being straight and up front with what I keep in my bag. But other than that, y'all, I'm going to end this video. I hope it didn't get too long for you. Don't forget, if you like the video, please like it. Leave a comment. If you're a nurse, if you have a nursing bag and you want to share something that you have in your bag that I didn't share, please drop it down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, your girl get a little excited when I see my numbers go up, and it really motivates me to keep the videos coming. Other than that, y'all stay prayed up, keep a positive mind frame, and always just keep striving for your goals. And if you're a nursing student, don't give up. If you're a new nurse, don't give up. And if, as always, keep Christ in your life.